We are coming to you live from the Jubilee Park in Kumasi, where the Nkoko Nketsenketse program is set to roll out today. We have our agri-consultant, Mr. Enyo Lochu, to throw more light on the initiative. Good afternoon, Mr. Enyo Lochu.
Good afternoon.
He's an agriculturist.
Yes, please.
Right. Okay, so what does this program seek to achieve?
The Nkoko Nketsenketse program is of two main agenda. One, the nutritional need of the country. We are importing a lot of chicken products from outside the country, thereby killing the local industry. So how can we beef up local production and reduce the importation? When we do that, it means that less dollars will be used to import chicken. So that is one essence of it, to grow local birds, to reduce the importation of dressed birds into the country, and to save our city from depreciation against the dollar. Number two, it's also about job creation. We are using the Nkoko Nketsenketse in the sense that either Nketsenketse in a smaller age or Nketsenketse in a smaller quantity. There are so many youth who have finished colleges of agriculture and the universities. There are others who have not gone to the College of Agriculture or universities, but are very much interested in agricultural production in terms of poultry, but they don't have the capital, they don't have the feed. So the Nkoko Nketsenketse is of three stages. One, those who have no skills at all but very much interested, we can give them between 50 to 100 to 200 to start with, and also we feed. So as they grow them, pick their eggs, they are getting the experience, and thereby creating jobs for themselves. Then the second batch is between about 1,500 to 3,000. That is the medium. The medium scale farmers. There's very small scale farmers. The best are for free, because you see that each constituency, the best are for free, because number one, they are the new entrants. They don't have the working capital, so you have to help them start off. So if you start with them with the first stage, and they are able to build some experience, after some years, they can move to the second stage, which is around the 3,000 beds. For that one, they will pay for
3 million beds.
No, 3,000 beds per person, per farmer. Okay. But that one you will pay for, but you won't pay like buying it from the commercial farm. You will also be supported with feed. Then it goes then.
I want to understand this very well, because in all, the total number of the government is procuring is 3 million.
Yes.
Fine. And then 10,000 each will be for constituency, for each constituency. Yes. All the constituencies. Then 80,000 for commercial farmers. That's the commercial scale farmers. They will be paid.
Yeah, they will pay.
They will pay.
Even the commercial farmers, they have two levels.
Okay.
One level, that is, you see the 80,000, that between 1,500 to 3,000, they will be subsidized. They are also commercial farmers, but they are, that's it, small scale to 3,000. That's the small scale medium farmers. They also pay later. But the small, those that are less than 1,500, they don't pay at all. It's free. But from 1,500 to 3,000.
So, okay, I don't understand it more.
Yeah.
The 1,500 is which one?
The below 1,500 is the lowest. Okay. So the 50, 100, 1,000, 800, they are all under 1,500. Okay. So because somebody's cage capacity can be 500, okay. Somebody's cage capacity is 1,000, somebody's cage capacity is 200. So it falls under category of below 1,500 as one group. Then between 1,500 to 3,000, that is the medium, the second group. They will pay for, but they will not pay the commercial rates. They will be subsidized at a certain percentage. Then 3,000 to 5,000, they are and 5,000 and more, they are the large scale farmers. So they also be supported, and then they also pay for, but also subsidy. But the subsidy levels are not the same. Basically, that is it. And it's to create jobs. So you see that the large scale farmers are going to employ a lot of people as workers. As they are working, they are learning the experience. After some time, maybe 2-3 years, they may decide to start something on their own. So they will come to level 1, which is the free level, to get about 500 or 1,000 to start off. As they build their capacity, constituency base. So they will come, because somebody may be at a constituency base, If you even give him the 500 or 1,000, he may not be able to. But if he works under the medium and the large scale and get some experience, you know, the constituency base, there are a lot of people there who were once farmers in poultry, and because of one or two reasons, they were no longer able to farm. Some too have gone to school, they have learned the skill, but they don't have the capital. They are there at the constituency, they will get that. There are others too who have the zeal, but they don't have any experience at all. It's either you go and work with the medium and the large scale, more or less like an internship, but being paid. After some time, you get that experience. Then you come to the constituency level, because it's not going to be one-stop shop. It's going to be a sustainable program, so you can also start from there. So basically, that's how it's to be.
Okay, so how is this program funded? Is it solely by the government or is it a partnership?
Some aspects are purely government funded, then supported by donor. So the lower levels, you know, the Nkoko, let's say the 3 million birds want to produce. If they all produce the 3 million birds, how are you going to market it? So you are going to set up processing plants, 2 processing plants, one in the northern belt, basically in the Brun area, and the one in the southern belt to take care of. So that whoever is growing the Nkoko, especially those who are doing the 1,500, 2,000, 3,000 and above, you have broilers. You just send to their processing factory and get your money and take the next stock. So all these things will be sent to the processing plant. Some too will be doing layer beds. After the layer beds, they will not go to the processing plant. So as you pick the eggs, you sell, you make your money, you sell, you make your money. But those who will be doing the broiler beds, that one basically, their product will go to the processing plant. And that processing plant is purely a private sector, partnering government to initiate it.
Do you see this program as a short-term intervention or long-term one?
It is a short to long-term intervention, because when you talk about short-term, something that you do within 1 year, you get results. Long-term is maybe to take 3, 4, 5 years before you start reaping results. So if you go from Nkoko, between 18 weeks, it is layer best, they've started laying eggs. So 18 weeks is just about 6 months thereabout. 18 weeks is about 4.5 months. They start laying. So you see that it's a short intervention. 2, if you go for broiler beds, within 2 months, 3 months, between 2, depending on the breed, you start, it's ready for the table. So in the short term is there, then in the long term too is there. Because as you move along, you are going to put up more physical structures to accommodate more. You know, Ghana is consuming more poultry than even Nigeria. On the average, Nigerians are consuming about 4 kilograms of poultry in a year per person. Ghana, on the average, a person is consuming about 14 kilograms. So you can imagine, though our population is small, but here we are consuming more poultry products than the Nigerians.
And because says we are even importing 80% of poultry program, poultry feed products into the country every year.
As part of the Nkoko, like I said, you are going to do a processing factory. The processing factory is not going to stand alone. It is 2 in 1. One section of the factory is feed processing. So they will process feed and supply. Whilst you take the supply of the feed to feed the birds and your birds is ready, you also come and take the birds to the factory. So the strategy is this. You have your structure. So you go for the birds. You are not paying for the birds, but it is a coupon written against your investments. So as you take your veterinary services, you take your feed services, the birds are ready. As the birds are ready, it's applied to the processing plant. The processing plant now take it, process it for the market. So they will take your coupon, knowing your bill, take the money difference which the feed production factory and the veterinary service have fed you, and then give you your balance. So you see that you are more or less giving the fiscal manpower services, but the technical and the feed and the veterinary services is more or less a credit facility being given to you.
Let me come in with the veterinary services. So what are stations?
Yeah, you know, we have district and regional veterinary offices. So just as we have done for agric extension services, recently government took a large number of motorbikes and gave it to extension services under the Feed Ghana program. You know, this one too is Feed Ghana. So Feed Ghana is the flora and fauna. That's the plant and the animal production. Good. So as the agric extension services, that is the general, using motorbikes door to door and farm to farm to give extension services to crops. So the same way, after the launch of the Nkoko thing, the same way you are going to mobilize the veterinary officers in zonal areas under the district to also attend to the poultry farmers, depending. And also you have your district call center. If you have any problem, you see any sign, you can call for assistance for that to be done. So veterinary services automatically is going side by side with this. With that veterinary services, then all that we are doing will collapse, because the pests, most of them who are under the constituency of that 10,000, they don't have the experience, and therefore they need that veterinary assistance in order to make that impact. One key thing I want to throw to the public, especially under a program we want to come about with, that is the cooperative organizations. There's a lot of churches. Let me take an example: the Presbyterian Church, the Catholic Church, the Methodist Church, the ICGC and co. The churches who have money can go for some few acres of land, support their church youth with farm structures, so that youth in agribusiness, the church will be a shareholder of the business, or the youth group will be a shareholder of the business, and those who are operating on the farm will also be a shareholder. By so doing, the church is also helping the Feed Ghana program and also creating jobs for their church members. Because if you have in a church, you have a lot of students who have finished agricultural school, secondary schools, and they're idling and they don't have work to do. And the church have the capacity to go for about 5-acre land, put up some structures that can take a capacity of about 20,000 birds into lots and share it among about 50 church members who are youth, who knows something to do with agriculture. Directly, the church have assisted in the creation of jobs for their church members. At the same time, even at the end of the year, that job they have created, they are also going to get meat to do their end of year get together. So it should be an integrated approach. All churches, all cooperative organizations should not see that it is the government's responsibility, it is the government who is doing its own thing. No, everybody must be involved.
How do they register?
Oh, there's a website. You can register with the website. Apart from the website, you can walk to any district or regional agric office and ask for it. You get registered. Yeah.
So thank you very much, Mr. Enyo Lochu. So you just heard from our agricultural consultant, Mr. Enyo Lochu, who has thrown more light on the Nkoko Nketsenketse program that is underway here at the Jubilee Park in Kumasi. Celestine Avi. What? 10 days, eh? 10 days. This is 10 days old. And what, Phil?